a couple of incredible ladies. I have Liz on the end, Esther here in the middle, and Lynn to talk a little bit about a new program you girls are doing called Eat With Your Head. I like to think that I always eat with my head, but let's be honest, I don't. So talk to me about the two incredible corporations that, or companies that have come together to make this program and why.
You go.
All right, I'll go. So Esther's from Fresh Affair, and we are from Canadian Mental Health Association. So we've been getting together, and we, thought it would be really great if we kind of joined forces about mental health and food and how, they're just a natural partner.
It's an interesting concept to put it together because, like you said, it's totally a partner. Food is everything in our body. When our diet is crap, so is our mind. Let's be honest. So is our body. We're tired. We're dragging it. So it's amazing that it took us this long to come together on something like that. How did we not think of that? So go forward. Let's talk about what exactly you're doing with it.
Well, we've started quite a while ago to hook up with local athletic clubs because obviously physical health and food go hand in hand. All our partnerships so far, the Barrie Colts, the Kettlebell Club in Barrie, the Trojan Swim Club, and a couple others, Barrie Wrestling. Every group has their own nutritional support. They all eat certain things before or after training. So we've done a lot of work with them and had a lot of fun with them all together so far.
Yes, we've had lots of them on Daytime Esther.
Yes.
Special here.
And I am totally thrilled about Liz and Lynn joining for the Canadian Mental Health because really it's not just physical health, it's mental health as well that plays a role when we talk about food, what to eat, what not to eat. As simple as something that makes you just feel good when you eat it, and come on, nothing's better than soup, right? We all know that.
Soup is perfect.
So that connecting not just physical health, but mental health with our food intake, to me that was just the icing on the cake, and I'm so grateful that these amazing ladies are part of it.
Yeah, for sure, and so am I, because now we get to have soup.
Yeah, well, I should ladle some samples.
Yeah, so let's do that.
We will sample this same product on Saturday between 11 and 2 at Fresh Affair on Bayfield.
And so that's a kickoff date?
That's our big kickoff.
Okay.
11 to 2, Bayfield Street location. These ladies will be there. We have a whole lot of secret things going on that will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Barrie Colts Charlie Horse will be there entertaining the kids.
That'd be great for the kids.
Maybe some adults too.
Absolutely.
I know some who like it too.
We're going to also have some great information about Canadian mental health there. So we're going to have a booth set up and some CMHA counselors who can answer any questions around our services that we offer.
Great. And now I find one of the things with mental health that's attached to it is the stigma of it being bad, and if we have any mental health issues, we do tend to be a little more introverted about it because we're afraid. So what's the anonymity there? If there's a counselor on site, great, but what if somebody doesn't want to talk to somebody in front of a restaurant of people? What are the options there?
Well, they could take home our pamphlet, which outlines all of our services, and then they can feel free to come into one of our offices or even use their phone from home to call our office, and they can find out about all our great programs that we offer in the community.
Awesome.
So, and that's part of our slogan with Esther is start talking. So, that's Canadian Mental Health in Barrie. That's what we're trying to promote is just start talking. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be, just to start talking. So Esther came up with start talking, but not with your mouth full.
Which I love.
It's
what a funny slogan.
So
I read
fun.
it when I first sat down on the couch this morning. It is great.
It's really fun.
But
catchy one.
sometimes you're allowed and you're forgiven too.
Yeah.
Right? We're not going to be so serious about that.
I'm going to go ahead and sample this. What is the soup that we have here today, Esther?
That's the first one that Canadian Mental Health chose for your feel-good soup of the month, and it's a turkey and wild rice.
And it's
have a taste.
Brilliant.
You like?
Beautiful.
It's very good.
Beautiful.
I always like your food.
Nice
There's just no going wrong there.
Hot broth. I imagine that
delicious.
coolish fall day.
And it comes at just I was going to say it comes at the perfect time because fall is here, and what is better in the fall than soup, no matter what mood you're in. Soup makes everybody feel good. So are we going to have an array of soups that day? Is there a meal that's kind of being applied for specifically
We're going to have some tasters that we're giving out, and we're not going to tell yet what they are. They're going to be exciting.
So you have to show up.
Yes. Plus, of course, free samples of Canadian Mental Health Choice Soup for Feel Good. And of course, we have 4 or 5 soups on every day, fresh, and a lot of choices in jars in our coolers. And you will recognize the Canadian Mental Health piece by these little cards that we're going to have attached every month to the soup that is the featured soup for Canadian mental health.
Wow.
And the feel-good product.
Supposed to be an ongoing thing? That's great,
Yes, it will be.
ladies. Bravo, congrats. Let's talk a little bit about mental health. I mean, I think there's a million questions and we could talk all day, but who would you say is coming forward the most at this point? Is there an age group that it sort of factors to, or really is it across the board?
It's definitely across the board, but we've certainly focused a lot more on youth. We want young people to feel comfortable coming forth with any concerns they have, you know, before, you know, they feel like, oh, it's too embarrassing to talk about it. So our youth programs have increased. We're seeing much more people coming forth. We're in the schools. So certainly everyone is affected by mental health. You know, it doesn't discriminate. But youth, we're seeing a huge draw that more people are coming forward, which is incredible.
Yeah. How do you think that we take the shame off of it? Is there, I mean, there's no open answer, I'm sure, but what are some of the steps we could take going forward?
I think education, right? Yeah. So we're out in the community, things like this, you know, we're bringing people together, we're talking, we're sharing the education, we're bringing people to events. It's getting it out there so people aren't hiding, and again, just making it comfortable, right?
And
it's the same as physical health. You know, going to the dentist should be the same as, you know, getting support for mental health. So
that's so true, actually, and that's something we do every year. No big deal.
That's right. That's right.
And I like that you're making it fun. I think it's such a, when we bring up mental health, I think that it's always such a sad, you know, we feel like, oh, you know, oh yeah, you have mental illness, that's tough. Well, it is tough, but you know what? So is driving cars. Driving cars is tough. And we get through it. We all have to work through these little things, right? Like it's just, life can be tough, and that's okay.
True.
We just have to work through it.
That's right.
And if we do it with soup, it'll be that much easier. So Esther, talk to me a little bit more about this collaboration. What a beautiful idea. What gave you the idea for it? Who came up with this?
Well, when we first started with the Fresh Affair restaurant concept, I know we had a lot of athletes coming all the time to the restaurants, and we weren't even quite aware of it because we don't know each individual in Barrie that's involved in an athletic club. And the Barrie Colts really were around the arena with the South End location. They were there almost daily because they get it, they understand what it means to eat right, but at the same time these boys want to enjoy what they eat, and I think we've managed to combine the flavor, being very appealing, very yummy, and at the same time not adding unnecessary chemicals and so on and so forth. So once we picked up on that, we were all excited about it. And it started out with the Barrie Colts at first, and then other clubs approached us, and we figured out, yeah, they're coming here with their trainers, they're coming here with their nutritional people.
They're looking for the healthy stuff.
Recommended, and we're not really claiming to be the healthy food place because our priorities are good tasting, genuine food, but there's so much on the menu that accommodates
the
that.
choices are there.
Yeah. We have salads that are composed for certain things, pre-training, post-training, and so on, developed by these sports clubs. Not only sports clubs, we have actually my favorite real estate agent who composed a salad called The Realtor, and it's a fantastic salad, and it tastes like heaven. And he has, Craig Schwartz, he has his own story about food and health that he's going to share on Saturday for us too.
Very nice. I think it's great that you're open to things like that.
Oh, we love it.
Lynn, talk to me a little bit about this collaboration. What do you hope to gain from it?
I think we just want people to come out and obviously try Esther's wonderful soup and all the yummy food at Fresh Affair. But like Liz said, we really want people to become aware of mental health and what support is out there for youth or for all ages, that there are great services. There's lots of help for people. And we just want to make people aware that we're in Barrie, we're in Simcoe County, and we're here to help.
Yeah, for sure. What can we expect to see going forward? Do we have any other big events planned? How long will this one last?
I think indefinitely.
Indefinitely,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
So far, we're all excited, and I think it'll just be a good thing.
Honestly, Esther, you are like sprinkles on a cupcake. Everything's always better with sprinkles. She is everywhere, this woman, always putting her good taste in places. It's just good.
Great partners.
Yes, it does help, doesn't it?
Makes it
Yeah,
easy.
amazing.
For sure. Ladies, I think it's impressive that we've hit home with the mental health, but that we're also including everybody, because like you said, it doesn't discriminate. It's anybody can be hit by it. What would you say, is there a time, like, I mean, they say winter's coming, Is this why we're amping up a little bit? Is that sort of a bigger time to prepare ourselves for people to feel more down?
Well, certainly. I mean, certainly special occasions can have, higher impacts on depression. Christmas. Sometimes people with mental health issues may isolate and not have very many supports. So certainly we see trends at different times of the year, but it's happening all the time, right? And I think we see that in the media. We hear, horrible stories about people losing their battles with mental illness. So it's all the time. So I think with Ester, and every month we'll have a soup. It's just going to always be, on the front of your mind when you see our feel-good soups and Fresh Affair. And
you know what I like too? I think it creates a bit of a community, because you're going to have people who do become a little bit consistent. I think you're going to have people who feel comfortable coming and trying these soups on this special day. They know that it's coming out. They're going to look forward to it. They're going to tell other people, and I think you're going to see a community form there.
Absolutely.
That'll be amazing. You should be proud.
We are.
Very, very excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you won't tell me the soups. What else can you tell me then a little bit about this? So Saturday, you're not telling too many secrets about the food, but we do have some crazy fun speakers coming in. You've got your friend coming to talk about his break salad.
I have another, I have another friend who is an amazing woman. I can't tell her age. Should I? I should. She's 74 because it's just amazing. Yes, and she'd be cool with that. She's a yoga teacher.
Oh, wow.
And I begged her to come because she has been my idol when it comes to, over decades, watching what you're eating, not overly, but being precise in these things I do not want to put into my system.
Yeah.
And the results you can see at her age. She passed her yoga teaching license just
Isn't it amazing?
Recently.
Amazing.
So I feel terrible next to her. I hate it. She's so darn fit, But those are those things where, again, her mental health, her physical health, I contribute a huge part of that to how she's been watching what she's eating and still enjoying food. She's a foodie. She wouldn't be my friend if she wouldn't love food.
You know what, though, Esther? It's because of places like Fresh Affair that we can make those choices, because going out is one of the hardest parts.
It is.
Ladies, I think it's incredible what you're doing. I can't wait to come in and try the soups. And I do think it's going to be an incredible community. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk all about this. And if you want to eat with your head, check it out. It's coming out this weekend at the Bayfield Fresh Affair location. Thank you so much for joining us. We're coming right back on the couch, so don't you go anywhere.